Hello everyone. My name is Inga. I am the educational coordinator at the National Kaunas Drama Theatre. Right now, with the Kaunas European Capital of Culture 2022, we are working on a project, Educational Theatre Cube. And today I'm very happy to have Anna with us as she's the main person who helps us to create a program and to find a new working methods. Hello, Anna, and how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. It's very windy at the moment in the Netherlands. So I'm sitting inside and it will start raining in half an hour and then it will continue to rain till Monday. So I'm preparing on a few days inside.
Nice. Well, it's not nice that it's going to rain, but
But my favorite hobby is to do watercolor painting. So I need water, and if it rains, there's a lot of water. And I can sit inside and not feeling guilty that I can't go outside because, and so I can do my hobby for about 2 days. I'm a really happy girl.
I'm happy for you. So, I know a lot about you because we already know each other. We are working on this project. But could you please introduce yourself for our audience?
Yeah, I'm Anna, and I work in the Netherlands as on a project to teach teachers how they can do good educational work with the arts as a center. So I'm a theater teacher from when I was at school, long ago. So I studied theater, and that's how we met with you. And my main goal is to make educational programs that learns children how they can connect to their self, to their community, and to the world. So it's about being doing meaningful art education.
Nice. Nice to hear all of that. And I'm very happy to work with you on this project. So, I think everyone already noticed those, well, our lovely maps. Mine as well. I really tried hard to make it look as much colorful as it could look. But I'm very excited myself. What what are we going to do today with those maps?
Yeah, because you asked me if I could tell something about the way I work, and I said to you the best way to tell you what I'm doing is that we do a little exercise together. Because I think by feeling yourself how things work, you learn the most and the best, and you can explain it the best. So I gave you an exercise, Inga, that is in my book, and my book is, I will show it. I wrote a book, and this one, and it's a book about how you can do educational goals and work on them on a art-based way. And this book is full of all kinds of exercises that are very open, a bit open, like your theater cube is as well. It's you can do so much, learn so much with the cube, and and that's why I want to explain it. With this exercise, I let you do, and I ask you to draw the way you walk, or the way you have if you go from your house, your main house where you live, to your work. And if you do this with children, you ask them to draw the way from their house to school. And that's a very open exercise. And maybe you can tell something about your drawing. Maybe you can, yeah. I know you are a bit ashamed of your drawing because you think it's very. What do you think about it? About your drawing?
Well, before before this conversation, I was very proud. But then I saw your map, which is more colorful, so I'm a bit ashamed. But what do I think about this map is it was really hard task for me because I do live quite far away from the theater, and I tried to remember the main places uh, which I'm passing every single day. So I needed to basically, I think all these places are like 1 kilometers difference. So it was really hard to fit it in one like map. So because if I would put everything what I see during my way to work, I think it would be really, really, really big painting. And we don't want to see that.
No. In a way, not. One thing about being ashamed and thinking that my map is so much better than your map. At first, I'm so much older than you, so I have so much more time to exercise. And I told you already, it's my hobby to do some things with watercolor, and that's why my map maybe looks better for you. But your map looks very nice because I ask you to do something what's not in your comfort zone. Make a drawing, and you did it, and you succeeded because you made a drawing, and I can see things on your drawing. So I think that's one of the things why art education is so difficult if you're working in the for primary schools, because you think you have to level yourself like here, but it is only about the creative thinking what I want to experience with you, and not about how nice your map is. So maybe I had to ask you to make the worst drawing you could to for your route. Let's go into your map. Because where do you live?
I live in a flat.
Yeah, where's your house on the map?
So my house is here, if you can see. Yeah.
Yeah. And where do you live in the flat?
Yeah, I do live in a flat.
Yeah, but do you live top floor or down floors?
No, well, it's a first floor, so I do need to take many stairs.
That's nice. Okay. I can ask you now about the route you walk, or do you go by bicycle? Do you go by bus?
I usually take a trolley bus because in Kaunas we have trolley buses and buses. But because I really like to spend my time just walking, so sometimes I really taking this risk not to be too late to work and just go for a little walk. And yeah, sometimes I think when I was drawing this map, I was thinking about all the places I notice when I'm just walking, not like taking a bus and everything. Because actually, being honest, and I'm in a bus, I'm with my earphones and I'm just in my phone, so I'm not really like looking around.
Okay. Now I can ask you to tell about your route and your walk, and I want you to tell me about all the nice words you see in English if you walk your route. What kind of words do you pass if you do this route?
So basically, when I leave my flat, there is a bus stop, and so I see every time I see when I'm walking to my work, I see many like names of the bus stops. And when I'm walking, because I live next to the park, I see the name of the park. And after that, when I leave a park, I see many, many shops, like many little shops. And one of the biggest shop is called Maxima, Hyper Maxima. It's a shopping mall. So usually I'm going to for shopping there. And when I see, because it's the main road, it's not like little roads where I'm walking. It's a main road, so it's quite big. So it's many, many, many little shops, many places, many street names. So I see really different kinds of words. And yeah, when I'm walking as well, I'm passing always posters as well about an events and etc. So I think for me, when I'm walking all this road, I see just like casual words, like for me, like just shopping centers names and bus stop names and street names and etc. So nothing like um, I don't know, nothing strange.
Okay. And that's a way I can ask you about all the words you meet when you're on your way. But I also can ask you if I want to do gymnastics. I can do. Maybe we can dance this or move this road. If you start moving, you go down the stairs. I mean,
Yeah.
then you go like this. What are the other movements you make when you go on your road?
Hmm. Well, basically, I'm just going straight. So what I do is usually I'm just looking around. It's one of the movement because I like it. Then I need to cross the road to the right, to the left, to the right.
Okay. So
So
if I teach you gymnastics and we're doing your road, we would do like very big movement to the left and a very big movement to the right. And we could do your walking, we could do it very quick, so running because you're a little bit late, and we could do it very slowly because you're looking at a very nice thing. So we could do your road on words. We could do your road on movements. But if you you walk like across your university and you walk by the donuts,
yes,
what's
I will
that?
explain that. Well, this is my university. It's one of the main buildings of my university. We have many more faculties in the city, and this place, it's when I started my university, it was my and my friends' favorite place to meet after all the lectures. So even sometimes we used to, because now it's a quarantine outside, so we can't go there, but we used to spend a lot of time there, and we sell not only like donuts, but it calls Donut Lab. So I think this place became quite special for me because every time when me and my friends we are talking, we say where we should meet maybe at the Donald Lab. So yeah, that's why I left it there.
Okay, that's nice. And all you do now, when you're talking about your road, is storytelling. And storytelling is very important to children because that's in a way the way people learn. Your brains, from when we were very, 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 very long ago, we started to teach each other by telling stories. So if I learned a lot of things about you because you tell about your road, and you learn as a person to tell your story about that. And so we can have many ways to connect to this map you make and all the stories that are in there. And that's a really nice way of learning with children. The teacher, you as a teacher, can connect your goals, the goals that you have in your teaching, to simple exercises like this. And I don't know what kind of goals you have as a teacher, but I do know that storytelling is a way to teach. And that's what I wanted to do with the book I wrote. And that's also the thing I hope to do when I'm in Kaunas in May, and when I'm trying to find a way with you in how we can make the theater cube so easy that you as a teacher can connect your school goals, the curriculum goals, to that theater cube. And I've made some exercises in the book, like this one, or this one. And this is all about storytelling with children, and all about learning together. And like the map that's here, what's on here, this is about how you can make the work you have in like historical points in your village, or in Kaunas, and how you can find your historical points. So it's like a history lesson you can do. And I'm really curious to work with you and find ways to in the theater cube, and find how we can do like history lessons, or mathematic lessons, or writing lessons, or storytell lessons, and just find a new way of education.
Great.
Point.
Yeah, but what I wanted to ask you, because your map is really beautiful, to tell something about your map as well. I'm curious because I see a little dot here as well.
I live here in a very nice old house, and I mostly go to my work, that's here, by bike. And there are a few different roads I can take, because it's only a short tour that I have to do. If I want to see a lot, I go to the shops. There's a very small road, and there's all shops on the road. And I go to my work like here, and I put my bike over here. Can you see it, my bike?
No, I can't.
Plants?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah. And but if I want to think, if I need a little space to do my thinking, I always go like here. And then this is my neighbor. She has 2 little dogs. I mostly see her every morning. And then I go here, and this is a route that's there's a park here, and it's more by the canals. We have a lot of canals in the Netherlands, the blue things, that's water. And this is only a few of the canals that I draw. And and then I go like the other way around. And yeah, what can I tell more? Um, I always go here. You can. That's when I go home. I mostly start the other way around, because here's a little shop and you can eat really nice fish there, and it's baked and it's so nice. So sometimes I go not like this way, but I go like that way, and I first stop to eat some fish. So I because I have a really short trail I have to follow, I can choose my mood and the route I go.
Well, it looks
And
very, yeah, sorry.
this is a really nice tower, and it's like the Tower of Pisa. It's like this. So it's not that this was very bad drawing of me, but the tower is like this. It's. I always, when I ride there, I think, "Ooh, it's going to fall on my head," and that's an old church, and there was a big quarrel when they were building it, and that's why it fell like this.
Oh, well, it sounds very nice place, nice city.
Yeah,
So,
it's a small Amsterdam. It's like Amsterdam with all the canals, but then very small. Really nice city.
well, it's definitely going to on my list. Many
Yeah,
people can do that.
yeah. But do you understand, Inga, how you can use this map, this exercise, which is very open, to all kind of exercises you can do with the children? Like I could ask you, what are all the words with the starting with the letter S, when we go on the way? Or what is Lithuanian for tree? What's the word?
Madness.
With an M.
Yes.
Yeah, M. So I could ask you to say all kind of words that is with the letter M in your road. But you could also do like all the words that have a rhyme with the word that is the word for tree.
Mhm.
So, do you understand how open this exercise is, and how many roads you can make with the children only with that exercise?
That-
And the book I wrote is totally full of that kind of exercises. And it's really nice to think of all kind of exercises we could do with the theater cube that are as open, that so that you can use such a cube on all different topics that you have at school.
Well, I'm very surprised, that map this map looks very simple, but I'm very surprised that you can do like many tasks with it, and you can choose even a subject where you can use it. So I haven't expected it while I was preparing for our conversation, for our this little workshop together. So it's very nice, and I'm very curious, when talking about you. How do you get inspired to create this method? Because I wouldn't think about this because I'm walking every day, and for me it looks like, well, it's just a shop, it's just a church, like it's simple objects on my way to work. But you took it and you created a really, really great method to work with the kids and to make many exercises. So how do you get inspired on creating all those methods?
I think it is because I always I when I studied, I always used theater as not as the goal, not as the not as not only to make theater pieces, but I use it as an exercise to do other things. So how do you say that? Not the product, but process is very important. So when I worked at the theater teacher, I was always working with people who are like in a way social disabled, and I had to explain things on a very easy way. So I always searched for things that are personally connected with them. And so I always start everything with a personal question. And when I was doing that, I was doing a lot with storytelling. I noticed that really a lot of people think it's very complicated to tell a story like this, or to imagine something. Um, uh, ha- tell a nice story, Inga, and then everybody got stressed. Oh, I don't know anything. But if you then I noticed that if you draw something first and then tell about it, that you have like a safe line that you can connect to. And yeah, and how do you um, I think that it is because I do like, and that's creative thinking, to connect things to each other, to see something and to see something else, and how do you connect? And like one thing in the book, I made a formula, and that formula is I will look if I can find it. That formula, it's now in Dutch, but Inga will translate it for you. So uh, and I will tell very shortly about it. It's a formula that makes you creative thinking about your schoolwork, and your methods and the goals, and how you go to them. And the most important thing that I discovered is thinking, and that's this is the O, and it's the O van obstacle. And that's my favorite one, because if you I put a little squirrel here, do you see it? No. Because otherwise the book opens. Uh, um, an obstacle is very nice to do creative thinking. Like if I ask you to draw a very bad frog, because you say you and I say you can't use the color green. What do you think that you will do to draw a frog?
I would use different color.
Okay, you would use a different color. And if I that's okay. And what are other ways to draw a frog without using green?
Well, that's a hard one.
It's a hard one.
Well, you can to choose to make it like just with the pen or even just with a pencil, but you can choose to make that frog look really like colorful without green color, and to put some like really unusual colors for it. So maybe even like blue or red, or but we have many colors of frogs, I think, in life. But you can choose, I think, in two ways:
Yeah.
with color or no color.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could draw him and wearing clothes, so you didn't see him being green. You could draw him behind a tree, that you only see his eyes and just his hands. You could draw his shadow, But in a way, because I said you couldn't use green, you have to think creative, because you have to find a solution to um, draw that frog. And you could write a word frog, so you and point at it. You could so there's so many ways, but that obstacle, not using green, gives you your brains an exercise to think of other ways. And I think I have a very I think obstacles are the nicest things there is, and that makes me creative. And like the same is how can I give a workshop in Kaunas without me coming here because there is a virus and I can't come to Kaunas? No, then we do it like this. Like, so there are so many ways to make the obstacle make the obstacle. Oh, how do you say that in English? The obstacle is the goal, and not a thing that we have to stop. And I think that's what I like to teach about creative thinking, that you I have to look this word. I will send the word so you can put it in the subtitles.
Okay, we will do that. Well, no one will even notice it. It's all okay. It's really interesting because we meet obstacles like almost, I think, every day, especially if you're like working somewhere or even you're studying and you don't like the subject. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
And but this formula is really, really interesting, and the way how you explained me a frog, cetacean is a frog. Well, I'm really surprised because for me it's like, if not green, so I'm gonna make it a different color because it's still a frog but just in different color. And
Yeah.
when you started to say that you can put the clothes on, it's like, well, actually, yes, I can do that. There's another possibility to make this frog not green. So it's really interesting. And because our time is like running a bit to the end, I wanted to ask you as well a question, because our project called Educational Theatre Cube, it's for students and for teachers to include theater in the subjects. So, in your personal experience, how does including theater into our like school lives in our school subjects helps for students and for teachers? What is the main advantages of it?
Yeah, a few. At first, theater is always about storytelling. So, and I explained earlier on, that's the way our brains like to learn. The other one, theater, is always about connecting to the other. Because if I want to tell you a story and I do it like, you don't get the story. But if I do it like this, so it is about presenting yourself, about finding forms and ways to present your story to the world. It is about using symbols and signs and rituals, and because if I were wearing a great purple hat at the moment, that only thing you would do was look at the purple hat. And do you listen to my story then? No, you don't. So it's also about how do you tell a story and in what way. It is also about so by focus. That's very, that's for your expression. It is for having connection when you communicate. It is about very important learning sentences, because if you don't learn your lines for theater, you can't work. You have to learn them, and only if you have learned them, then you can work with it. It's like remembering a song, remembering a poem, and so it's a multi-level, very very important. But the most of it is you learn so much about yourself, in about who you are in this world, and but it's also about light and dark. If I was sitting here and there was no light, you couldn't see me. It's about mathematics, about how big, how far away, how small. Like I have a little squirrel here. If I put it here, you only see the squirrel. If you put it here, you see me. So where do you place everybody? How nearby, far by? So there's so many ways theater. It's about us expressing ourselves and learning who we are. I think that's what I noticed, and it's very important. It's for your sense of language. Um, um, Theater, through theater you learn so much more words. So it's how do you say that in English? It's about um, word finding, words. Yeah, it's so very important for language learning.
Yeah, it's very interesting because before I came to work to the theater, I thought that it's just like actors, it's just like maybe talking and reading and acting skills. But when you once you come inside the theater and you see everything what's going on in here, you can realize how many subjects you can meet in here, like
Yeah,
all of them.
yeah,
So I'm very excited about this project because I think it's really going to help teachers and students to learn something new and maybe the same subjects but in different way,
yeah,
uh, in
yeah.
really like interesting way, not like just reading and doing the same exercises over and over, but to find something new. So
No,
I'm very excited about
it
this.
has to do with meaningful. Things get more meaningful by learning them through art, and not only theater. There are also other art forms, but all the art forms are connected in theater, like music and dance and costume and um, all these things are connected in the one form. So that's really nice as well. So if you have a technical background, you can work in the theater. If you have a mathematic background, you can work in the theater. It's all connected in one form.
We all big family of all the subjects.
Yeah, I think that's a nice explanation.
Yes, I think so. So I'm really excited and I'm really hoping to have you here in May and to have more exercise and to find maybe new methods together with you to introduce you for our teachers and to work forward with this project.
Yeah.
And I wanted to really actually to thank you for giving me this task because in life is always, I think, a little things. uh, I think sometimes people are stuck in a routine and we don't look around. And right now, even when you asked me about the donut lab, right now I understood how this place is important for me because I haven't realized it before. And so really thank you for this task, and I'm gonna keep this map for just to remind myself that I can do better next time.
And I think the nicest thing is that, and that's why I'm really looking forward to in coming to Kaunas, is that that we are going to make something new. We really going to need, and we don't know already what it is. So we're making a new form of working, and a new way of working together, and that with teachers, with you, with the people from your theater company, and Kaunas as a really nice place to be. So I'm very curious what we are going to make, and I think that's the most exciting in doing this project together.
So I'm excited as well, and as I said before, I hope that you will be able to come here in person.
Yeah,
If
I
not,
hope.
I'm gonna meet you during online workshops and etc. So I don't know. So have a lovely day.
Yeah, thank you.
Do some paintings.
I will.
And thank you for this lovely time together. And hopefully, I will see you very soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Bye.
Bye. See you. Bye bye, everybody.